During a scheduled Pentagon press briefing earlier this week, journalists were presented with a new, quote, coverage agreement. Essentially, this is a document outlining what information they could and could not publish. The Pentagon claimed that this was a move to clarity and consistency. However, reporters saw this completely different. They said this is a direct threat to editorial independence, which it is. So instead of agreeing, they all packed up all of their stuff, stood up, and walked out. And this is pretty insane because, like Alex said, both sides agreed. Even Fox News walked out.
Newsmax walked out.
Newsmax walked out. Everyone walked out.
Newsmax, which spends a good portion of its coverage, more so than Fox News, filleting the administration, went, yeah, too far. Too far.
Yep. Yeah. And yeah, this is super important because this is pretty much, this is supposed to be a window into like what the public has into what's happening with our military, our tax dollars, our national defense.
A $1 trillion budget. I will say that again. A $1 trillion budget. The public has the right to know where that money's being spent.
Yeah. And to put that in perspective, that is way more than what Darth Vader's lightsaber sold for. So that's a lot. And yeah, when these windows start closing or worse, they're being filtered, we risk stepping into dangerous territory. We cannot have a democracy without a free and independent press, period. Our founding fathers knew that. And this isn't just about like journalists losing the right for access. This is about you and me losing our right to know. If the government decides what is safe to publish, where does that end? This is some 1984 shit right here.
Yeah. Again, I was mildly surprised, but very proud. Because again, the only agency that signed the agreement was One American News. And like, they make Newsmax look lefty. Okay. Newsmax walked out. Fox News walked out. Everybody, the Journal, everybody. They were like, no, we're not doing this. Somebody in the chat said somebody should hand Hegseth a copy of the Bill of Rights. He's read it. He didn't care. This administration doesn't give a shit about the Bill of Rights. What are you talking about? They do not give a crap. Now, here's the thing. Okay. At this stage, right? I am proud of the news agencies with one asterisk. You gave Hegseth exactly what he wanted. He doesn't want you in the building. They want to operate in the shadows. They want to operate in darkness, right? So now not only did you sign the thing, right? But now you're not in the building anymore. And that's precisely what he wants. He doesn't want you in the building. So, again, do I think they did the right thing? Yes. But it's a double-edged sword, as is everything with this administration. And the only reason I think they haven't gone further into a full-blown, like, authoritarian, hullabaloo is that they're incompetent. Because somebody competent would have already achieved it by now. Okay? They keep doing stupid things. Right? Leaks will get even bigger now. Maybe. He's purging anybody but loyalists. That's what they're doing right now. You heard him when he gave his speech. He didn't want anybody in there that's not loyal to the administration. Okay? They made that veiled threat 3 weeks ago. So take that for what it's worth. Do you think, so Jay, I'll pose this question to you, since your story. Do you think that the administration backs down at any point now that it's just OAN, like, parroting Pentagon talking points. Like, at any point do they go, does Hegseth go, okay, fine, you can come back?
I have this really weird feeling. So I'd like your input on this. I wonder, because the White House is talking about coming out with their own, I don't know, pharmacy website or some dumb thing. I wonder if this is going to be their way to release their own like news, whatever, news dumpster fire of a platform.
I have no idea. Honestly. I honestly don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, legit, I don't know what they're thinking. I just I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of is like, oh, well, now we don't have any platforms covering our stuff. So guess what? We're coming out with Trump News, where you can find news all day, every day about important topics.
Oh, you're talking about just straight up state owned media.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but I think it will. The funny thing is what's more, again, I'm trying to see the end game here. This is what I don't get, right? Trump's old. He's going to die eventually. Okay? Also, these guys want power too, right? J.D. Vance wants to be president someday. He's not going to let Eric or Don Jr. swoop in and take the fucking seat from him. Okay? My question is how do you move on? Even within the Republican Party. Trump is a once-in-a-generation political talent, much like Obama was, right? He is. We can hate everything about him, but if you're going to fight your enemy, you have to give them the fucking credit. The guy is a political talent. He knows how to speak to people who don't fucking vote, except for him. Okay? He activated an entire swath of the country that normally just doesn't even bother voting. Right? Okay? So, I don't know what happens to the MAGA movement when Trump dies. Right? Like, what happens?
Well, so
I don't see a person in the wings ready to take it over.
Well, so there is the rule of two. So the apprentice becomes the master.
They're fucking Sith Lords.